All right, I'm going live. Let me pull it up over here as well. So we have at least one constant viewer the whole time. All right, boys. Here we go. In the words of Zachary Nolan Clay,
We are back, episode 59.
that's it. The boys are back, and we have a lot to discuss. But first, as always, the BSG podcast is brought to you proudly by our friends at Moon Golf, which Brady's going to tell you a little bit about Moon Golf, and then Zach can kind of throw in a recent testimonial. He was just there. But go ahead,
Man,
Brady.
yeah, Moon Golf, man. The guys down there, you can go down there and get hooked up with anything you need. Anything you need. Uh, they've got the best fitters in our area. Don't go and try to get fitted anywhere else, or even just go buying like anything off the rack. That's just a rookie mistake. You got to go get fitted. You got to go down there and check out all of their apparel, the gear. I honestly, their stuff is like the premium top of the line. They've got all the best and new equipment, and I think Zach can speak to that.
Sure can. I got a new putter for Father's Day, and I needed a grip. I don't like the small, little corded grips on them. Yesterday, left the baby in the truck with Joni, walked out with that new Super Stroke on it, and I've been rolling them today, ready for Saturday versus Kelly.
Mm,
Oh, we'll get into that in a
big
minute. That's
match.
going to be a fun one. Yeah. So is that on here, or do you want to go in?
I
That's part of the
haven't.
housekeeping. We can talk
Yeah,
about in
yeah.
housekeeping.
Yep.
So the boys are going in this Saturday. We're taking on Kelly Murphy, who is the teaching pro at Moores Mill Golf Club in Auburn, Alabama. We're going to be bringing her down to Georgia though to play her at the Fields Golf Club right here. I got it on the Swannies polo. She's never been there. Link style course. We have the advantage. One being as three of us. Two being it's a course we're very familiar with. Um,
Still
what she
doesn't
said she
mean
wants to.
much.
Yeah, you're right. She said she wants to play about 6,300 yards.
Yeah,
Correct.
So,
that should be the
are we
white tees,
gonna
right?
let her play like the whites and us play tips?
We can, or she was wanting us all to play this. I mean, I don't know if she specified that, but if she wants to do that, I'm for that too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
it
say we can
shouldn't really.
double check with.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take that on and see. Right now, I want to say our record. We've got like 2, 3 losses.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've kind of
Uh,
modified the style instead of just
yeah,
4 man. We've had
it's
2 man, and I think 3 man is where we're gonna kind of sit to make it.
it's hard to get on a course as a group of five, four scrambling plus one. So we got to kind of cut it down. This one of the situations where only three of us can be able to go play against one, and maybe this can be a start for let's redeem the record. Uh, our very first episode out is y'all. If you haven't watched it, go watch against the coach. He whooped us. Then from there, we took on Scott,
AJ,
correct? AJ, one. So that put us 1-1. Then we went to Scott, one, put us 2-1. We went to Bay Point, uh,
that was tough.
lost.
Tough
Yeah,
weather. I blame the weather.
2-2. Then we took on Jacob Joseph, one, 3-2. Then we took on Lagrange Golfer and one, correct?
Yep.
4-2, and then we took on Columbus State Golfer and one. I mean, lost 4-3 is where we're sitting right now, boys.
Yep. That's an overall record.
Yeah, but hey, we're over 500 though. We're in the
Yeah,
positive.
a little room for progress.
4-3. So hopefully after Saturday we'll be 5-3, and we're just gonna try to keep getting even more skilled opponents as we go. And we started off with some really great ones, and so now we're getting into them D1 former D1 athletes right here. This is our first D1 athlete.
Yeah, and first female.
Yeah, and a first female on the channel. Played at Auburn. From here, there's only one person we need to reach out to, and that's Ann Moon.
She
That
has
needs
to
to
be
be.
on the list.
That's got to be our next opponent. And hold on, let me mark this clip right here. After this episode right here, we're calling out Ann Moon, owner of Moon Golf. We want to do the 3-man, 4-man, wherever we can get on it, of course, scramble challenge. we think we got it. She gets very competitive. She told us in our podcast with her.
I think
but-
she could hand us the smoke.
So the rolls this Saturday, Zach's, we're putting the weight of putting on him.
I'm ready.
Tell him, why are we doing that?
I got this new LA golf putter, the Bel Air X.
Ooh, sounds expensive.
It's-
Who else uses LA golf putter?
Bryson DeChambeau.
Oh,
My
man.
boy. Still my
Mem-
boy.
Still your boy. That's going to
Once
be
you join
interesting.
the Long Hitters Club, you're in there for life.
And so that putter, Zach sent us a clip of him hitting it. It's not like a normal putter.
No, it sounds different. When I got the new grip on it, one of the guys at Moon Golf was like, "So what's different?" I said, "It's a different noise. And it's a different feel." And we went to the putting green. And it's about 10 foot from right to left. I rolled 4 in a row with the new grip on it. Boop, 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 boop. All 4 in. He said, "I don't know if I could get used to that sound." I said, "But look at the result." I said, "I've never rolled them like that."
I can't wait to see it in person.
It looks good. It's forged carbon fiber. Got that Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift vibe going on.
Wow. I know one thing.
Wow.
The old putter is in the younger brother's hands right now. I don't think
hot
you'll be able
still.
to, you won't be able to pull the putter out of his hands, I don't think, after what I saw the other day.
We were talking. So I got the same grip that I got on the Mizuno on the LA Golf. And I called him. I was like, I just need an answer because the guy's waiting. I was like, I couldn't remember if it was Pistol 1.0 or 2.0. I was 90% it was 2.0. I was like, can you go to your truck real quick and look? Because he was at work. He's like, yeah. He said, and he just started talking. He's like, I was telling Brady, once I got that putter in my hand and I just sank all these putts, I could not buy. I was like, bro, I just need the answer. I said, we'll talk about it later. I need the answer. My putter is naked, ready for the new grip.
This right here, what I'm about to do, this is for the fact that Jeremy finally got a new putter right here. I'm so sick. I'm so sick of seeing that Scotty Cameron that he's been hitting with.
No, the guy who redid it messed it up.
Gosh.
I want a new one.
It looked fine. He just I don't know what happened to it. That cover kind of screwed it up a little bit.
Yeah. But I was like, get this one. I said, I know you like the Mizunos. I said, mine's on the market. And I always tell him, I said, I'd rather him or one of y'all get a club that I moved on from as opposed to trying to hustle it on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Because everybody on Facebook was like, or anytime you post them, was like 100 less, 150.
Yeah, they're trying to.
What's the lowest you'll
finagle
take?
you.
And I hate it. It feels like a car sale.
Did Jeremy go? Did he go the claw putting with it? I know he likes to claw the Scotty.
I don't know what he was doing. He was there. I think there was something in the cart that was helping him out a little bit. Every time he went back, he took a little something out of it. And I
bet he kept his index finger up too, though. That's probably part of it.
I do have a quick story to tell you about that. The guy that won the putting contest at our event was the guy that me and Jeremy played with. Yeah. He putts with 2 fingers down.
He's crazy. That's the reason why it took like 4 rounds of them putting to win it. If he would have put them 2 fingers up, he would have won it in the first go around.
I told him, I was like, they give me so much crap for the 1 finger down.
Oh, it's well deserved. So we got that coming up this weekend. Tonight, when you're done checking this out, then we have part 2 of the Roanoke Low Side series going on, where me, Brady, and Jeremy stepped in and got points for Zach and Mitchell. You can go check that out and watch how Brady finished the back 9. He was on fire the front. Go check out how he finished the back. And me and Jeremy got into a good little battle there at the end. So you can check that out over on the YouTube channel, Low Side Part 2 at Roanoke Country Club. Brady, take us into a little recap from last week. Watch out for security as you're going into it.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to try to skim through this because we've got a lot more to talk about in this episode. But I think everybody has seen it now. Nick Taylor ends the drought for the Canadians. He's the first Canadian to win the Canadian Open, the RBC Canadian Open, since 1954. He sunk that huge 72-footer in the playoff with Tommy Fleetwood. I have a little question I wanted to ask. Do you guys think that that's all luck, or do you think that there's like some skill that comes into something like that, making a huge putt like that?
Oh, all luck. I mean, he probably had a general idea of the break, but I think it's just one of them moments where it was meant to happen. You know, it's in the
Yeah.
playoffs. It's going to create a good storyline.
Luck.
Yes, just he just saw. I mean, it's like anytime I drain a long one, you kind of get a general idea of what the green's going to do, and you like hit it there and just hope.
I was telling Joni we were watching it. Me because he doesn't have a win on U.S. soil on tour.
Yeah.
Like 14 years. I was like, this is the guy we want to win. I was like, and then I seen him lay up twice, which I know.
Oh! Be careful! His caddy does not want to hear you talk about that on the.
I've seen that, but I was like, I don't understand the layup off the tee for one,
Yeah.
much less the second shot. I think he played it too safe, played scared to start when he could have ended it, and that was it.
He ain't got
Yeah.
that dog in him.
There was
He
a
got
ton
it.
there was a ton of guys on both sides. The Canadians and the Europeans were all gathered on the sideline around the 18th green. Adam Hadwin, he rushed the green, man, and he got absolutely truck sticked. He looked like one of y'all's guys on Madden.
Give that security
It was
guy a
champagne.
raise.
It's not like he was. You could tell he was going up there to celebrate. But
Yeah.
That's one of
he
the
had
things about golf.
champagne, and it was popping it, and they still got him. The guy did that swat,
Oh yeah,
got around.
he was trained. That swim move.
He
I
earned his
remember.
money.
Speaking of the long putts, you remember it was last year, the year before last, when John Rahm made that putt to win. It was like the percentage to make it was like single digit percentage. I think it was like a
Yeah.
double breaker. It's just like that. I mean, he had no clue that was going. It's just you start on the right line. I think his putt was a little cooler of a moment. It was against DJ, wasn't it? He beat
Yeah,
DJ
it
on
was.
that.
It was.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, crazy the man got tackled. I love his wife's response on Twitter. Said he's doing fine. The most Canadian thing ever was he apologized to the guy that tackled him.
Some of our picks from that tournament, Casey picked Justin Rose. He had a very good run at it. He finished in 8th. My guy Corey Connors, he was up there all weekend, and then on round 4 Sunday, yeah, he just shot 2 over. You just can't shoot 2 over on the final day.
You can't. I can't pick winners, but I can pick like the group. But I can't do them like
you're getting top 10.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
If we're collecting points. I see you have here on the Primo athlete. You're wearing the Primo shirt right now.
Yeah, I got
T6.
Yeah.
I wish we were official Primo athletes. Holler
That
at us.
he's having a huge year.
Eric Cole is, yep. Sam Bennett, Mr. Masters. He's in the field this week.
Yeah.
T20.
The other guy on there, Ludwig, he finished T25. He's one of the guys that got his PGA Tour card by being I think it's like if you're in the top 4 or 5 of the college, or was it PGA Tour U? So that's like all the college players.
Oh,
they have like a point system or something like that they keep up with, and he was like the number 1 PGA Tour U player, and so he like automatically qualified to get his PGA Tour card. He didn't have to go through the Corn Ferry or anything.
Must be nice to be.
Then read that last name you have on there, Brady.
I did some digging. I wanted to know because he keeps getting brought up a lot on this podcast, so I wanted to figure out what the heck has Jason Duffner been doing this season. He has actually won almost $250,000, 223,000. He's made 7. Yeah, he's made 7 out of 20 cuts. That's a little sad, but maybe he can get something running this back half of this season.
That's probably enough money for him to pay like 2 months of his house payment right there. But let me tell you, somebody that he's made. You think this guy Jason Duffner's made 220, but my boy Zach Blair has made 466 so far this year. ZB's on a roll.
He's paying.
And he's like,
off.
Yeah, he's somebody, nobody talks about. I bet if I text in the group with all the buddies, they're like, who the heck is Zach Blair? Dude's almost won 500,000 this year. And here comes my boy Duffner. But he's going to win again. Mark my word. On tour, Duffner will win again.
We'll see.
One day.
All right, here we go. Y'all ready for this?
Big topic time.
Big topic. So last Tuesday, I believe it was, I woke up Tuesday morning.
Yep.
News broke. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was like PGA memes post. Yep. Jay and Liv come to agreement. So now we have all this information, more coming out as it goes on, more stuff's coming out. About Liv now going to play with the PGA. PGA is going to play with them. There's no more of that. The PIF, all these rights to buy in and stuff they have. And so what's going to happen going forward? It's kind of interesting timing how this happened leading up to, you got Ryder Cups and President Cups and stuff like that. Are they trying to just get done with saying, we don't know who can make it or not, let's just make it one thing so everybody can qualify for it again? You got players upset, like John Rahm today. They say he's sending a message by only playing with live golfers in his practice rounds. I don't know if people are thinking too much into that or if that's the truth. They said he played with Phil today and someone else. Then you got people like Rory, who they say he put all this on his back and carried the weight, and then he kind of just gets screwed over. What's everybody's take on it?
So I
here we go.
That's all it is.
I wrote a pretty good piece on it for the blog on Tuesday afternoon, just trying to summarize what had happened, and I gave some of the predictions for what I thought the future of professional golf would look like. So after letting these last 6 or 7 days go by, the best I think I can summarize it is that money always wins.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah. The PIF, that a lot of people think or thought right off the bat that it was Liv doing all of it. They were joining Liv, and but I just wanted to be able to clarify, and I think everybody understands now that the PIF is who the PGA is merging with, not Liv. The guy on the policy board, Jimmy Dunn, he was the guy that did all the business scheme for the PGA Tour behind the scenes. I feel like the media did what they normally do, and that's just give the biggest clickbait of all time by saying PGA Tour and Liv merged.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things that I saw come out maybe 2 or 3 days later, talking about what Jimmy Dunn laid out in the parameters of the deal, where it says the PGA Tour will be called the PGA Tour, but now Jay Monahan also oversees Live Golf, and the PGA Tour remains a partner of the DP World Tour. Monahan has the ability to evaluate Live at the end of the season. If Monahan wants to disband Live, he can. If Live golfers want to play on the tour, Monahan and the current PGA Tour leaders have to approve the terms. So the future of Live could be up in the air at this point. And
a lot of stuff I'm reading is that there is no more Live.
Yeah.
After this year.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Also, you saw him his interview today. He was like, "See you next week at the Travelers."
Dang,
did he say that?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, so I think I think the season for Live and the PGA Tour will continue through 2023, but I think like at the beginning of 2024, that's where we're going to see the big changes. I think a lot of the players will be playing together more often.
What blew my mind is the like even Dan Rappaport reported on it, how people found out on Twitter, how no one knew about it. I mean, 2 weeks ago at the end of the Memorial, Jack Nicklaus is up there talking about it, and he says that he doesn't even, quote, consider these guys part of the game anymore. And then 2 days later, here's Jack saying, I think it's good for the game of golf. So obviously, even on Sunday, Jack knew nothing about this deal. And when you think PGA Tour, he's probably got his hand in a lot of it. And then here's 2 days later, they're making this deal. So I guess he kind of had to do some backtracking for PR. Like, oh, it's good for golf, like Rory did. But just the level of how they kept it a secret from everyone is crazy.
The fact that they did it in such short amount of time as well. I heard
So how long have they been thinking about it? That's what I want to know. If they made
they
the deal
said
like that.
they said that the first message that Jimmy Dunn sent to the Governor Yasser uh, was 7 weeks ago. And I wanted to also state that I heard that Jimmy Dunn has only been on the policy board of the PGA Tour since last November. So it's been like not even a full year he's been on the board, and he's just making these decisions.
God,
You a boss, you a boss.
Jay probably had his hand forced on him. He probably wanted to keep it the way he had it, and they said, "Yo, Jay, if you even want to think about continuing to be the commissioner, this is what you're gonna have to say." Which,
Yep.
according to everyone in that players meeting, they said they're standing up, telling him, like, wanting him to resign immediately. Which, well, I mean, we haven't talked about it yet, but you got to think people like a name with Rory could have went over there and made all this money, chose not to because he wanted to be loyal to PGA Tour. And then here they are coming back, not getting punished, not getting in a lawsuit, and he has $0 compared to Brooks going over there and getting hundreds of millions. Always take the money is what Zach Clay would say.
I've always said it's a business decision. If someone gave us the call right now to rep their brand and go with them, we're there.
It's a business decision.
Top
Gotta
flight,
make the money.
don't matter. We there.
Oh, you know I'd be there in a quick. Wilson holler at us. But just the whole thing is crazy. So, like I said, it'll be interesting to see coming forward. Especially, there's so much unknown. Like, are they going to be wearing their team? Is there going to be teams involved? Are they going to be wearing their stuff? I personally hate the fact that like Brooks and them are wearing their team polos during the U.S. Open and the Masters and stuff like that.
It's 5-time major champ to you.
I think it's stupid. I think he needs to just put on some Nike or whatever he's endorsed by. And Bryson is Puma. I guess he's still Puma.
I want to mention that
is.
while you've mentioned like the brands like that. Like I like the team idea, but I just don't think Liv kind of executed it perfectly by trying to make up their own team names and stuff like that. What do y'all think about like having Team Nike and Team Titleist and Team TaylorMade and stuff like that?
I'm fine with it. Every other sport has it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Every professional sport
exactly
has
right.
logos.
Yep.
Which I feel like they've just sold out to these team names because they've got these Instagram pages now, and it's all about marketing. So I don't know if they're going to disband it. But then people like, so didn't Bryson lose his club deal? Well, there's some people that lost sponsorships because they went to Live. So I wonder if they'll get them sponsorships back, or
No, Bryson was Cobra. He just let it expire. Now he swings a Stealth.
Oh yeah,
Stealth 2 and as his main club, and
but I wonder if some of these brands
like
now.
Brooks was forever.
Oh yeah, now he's swinging the Strixon and stuff. Well, he's swinging all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
I wonder if these brands will try to get them back.
Yeah, that's the big thing. I think if they can get the brands and the manufacturers on their side, I think there's a lot of hope in the team play. But it's like I've heard, and it makes a lot of sense. I wouldn't want to see the team play like every week. Maybe they spread it out where there's like 2 in the first quarter of the year, and then they kind of do like, I guess, 2 every 3 months or something like that. Like that would be cool.
Mhm.
And then you
Had a
have
couple
like one at the end.
play event.
Yeah.
Yes, that'd be sick. Because
The
you
only
see how
thing I
much
could
people
think of-
love.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you see how much people love Ryder Cup, President's Cup. They love team events. Like send them out
That's
there
exactly
and do
what
that.
I was gonna say. I was gonna go into the Ryder Cup because like I wouldn't want it to hurt the Ryder Cup. Like when people are out there cheering on Team USA and Team Europe, I think that the manufactured teams would be like their own thing where they could still do the Ryder Cup and President Cup.
And we have that Riders Cup coming up in September. So I'll be interested. And it's funny, the number 2, which they did this perfect time. Brooks is the number 2 guy. I'm looking right here. Scotty's number 1, Brooks 2. You got Max Homa 3. This is for the USA. Shoffley, Spieth, and Cantlay. So really, Brooks is the only live guy in there right now. So that would have made a difference.
Yeah.
Even on the bubble, none of those are live guys. What I'm seeing is a lot of the best players are PGA Tour players, not live players. That's what I'm seeing on the Ryder Cup picks. not live golfers.
Until my boy wins it again this week.
He's not going to win it again. Lock it in. You'll put iced coffee on it that he does win or doesn't win.
No.
Oh, he's not
top
doing it.
5 though. I put him top 5.
The guy's not going to do it, which we can jump into that right now. Brady's wearing the shirt. He's wearing the Primos. I'm wearing the Swannies, both brands that we love.
Yeah.
I love to pair them together. I love to go out in a beautiful Swannies polo and wear them with my Primo joggers. I recently got me the Primo shorts, got the wine-colored Primo joggers. I went the 9-inch inseam. Some of the boys got the 7 inches. Hey, that's up to y'all to be showing them thighs. Showing them thighs like
They
that.
came in, right? He said they came in.
Yeah, I think this week. May need to get him to send us a picture and we can post it on our story.
Yeah.
We're gonna try. But with Primo, you can use BSG 15 for 15% off. And Swannies, if you've never heard of them, they have some great polos, even some cool T-shirts and stuff. You can use Be.Still 15, get 15% off some sick golf polos. You see them in all our videos now. You see us wearing them with our logo on them. Those are Swannies polos. If you ever wonder, like, where'd they get that polo at? Those are Swannies. Check them
I had
out.
some guys, the guys that we played with at Bull Creek the other day, as soon as I walked up to the first tee, they were like, man, I like that polo. Where is it? What is it? Where'd you get it from? And I went through the whole detail. I was like, this is where we get them. They do the embroidery for us. And like some of the most comfortable polos I've ever worn. Like I like that they fit very well too, to my body. Like they fit up top very nice and they're not super long. Like I feel like back maybe 5 or 6 years ago when I was first getting into like my golf attire, I would always buy polos and they'd be super long. And when I'd go to tuck them in, it just felt like I was like, had a bunch of the shirt bunched up in my shorts, but that's not the case with the Swannies.
That was us really just back 12 months and have some shirts that were down to your knees.
That was us last year. I remember all my shirts. I felt like they were so long that we wore in some former videos.
All of them were.
But this week we're at the Los Angeles Country Club for the 123rd U.S. Open. It's a par 70. It's playing 7,423 yards. Last year, if you watched the Full Swing documentary on Netflix, you saw our guy Skechers Matt Fitzpatrick pull it out. Brace face. A lot of people's favorite episode because you got to see him push through and prevail. Underdog the whole time. He did it 6 under. Another one of the tournaments where the scores were low. Hopefully it's like that at the LACC. I think it will be. I don't think anybody's going to really run away with anything here. Came down to him and Will Zalatoris. Will, that's kind of where he got famous for his shaky putter stroke. He has some big names in the top 5. Fitzpatrick, Zalatoris, Scheffler, Matsuyama, and Rory to round it off. So going into it this year, new course, tougher course. I think it's going to be a little harder. I'm going to clip this right here so we can make our picks. We're going to tell you who we would pick. We're going to lock it in. Starting with you, Z Clay. Who you got?
Mr. Koepka.
Trash pick.
Back-to-back majors.
No way. He's not going to do that. I saw the stat today.
I seen him playing today. There was a bunch of highlights of it. Swing looks good. I think he's there.
If he wins today,
my backup's Fleetwood.
I almost picked him. If Brooks wins this weekend, he ties Tiger's was it U.S. Opens, but did it in like 12 fewer starts, which is going to be pretty impressive if he can do it.
Wow. I didn't know that.
He can't.
He can't, but it'd be impressive.
Lock it in.
Brady, you've won one of these before. You've told us who won, who's going to win, and they won. Let us know who you got.
I'm sorry I got to do it like Zach just did and pick some guys that we haven't really seen a lot of golf out of this year. But I think the course fits my guy, the long hair Australian Cameron Smith with the bushy mustache. We got to go. He's back. I'm ready to see him do it.
He's back. Is that who you're going to ride with for real?
Yeah, he's going to be holding that it's the claret jug, right? and in the other hand, he's got the British Open trophy. So,
Lord have mercy.
When I seen the graphic today, I said, that's who Brady's going with.
Oh, you know it is.
So there's no way he puts him on there and doesn't choose him.
If they're allowed to play in PGA Tour events, he's picking him every week from now on.
Just right into the end of the year.
It's so crazy when you think. Well, let me make my pick and we'll get into Kansas. I got winning this thing, Gary Woodland. I feel like he has the experience.
Wow.
I'm not going these young bucks, all these young kids. Give me somebody with some experience. Give me Gary Woodland. Those are our picks.
He won the U.S. Open 2 or 3 years.
Yep. Put him on the map.
And
lock it in.
You know who finished in second, right?
One of our guys finishes higher.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, I'm in.
Lock it in. Speaking of Kent, what I was gonna say is crazy how when we first started this BSG thing, how dominant he was. So almost a year and a half ago,
then he ran away. Scared.
Ran away and haven't heard it from him since. Is this where he comes back a year and a half later?
I think the course sets up well for him. I've done some research. I've done my homework on the course. It looks like it's a very short game particular course. The fairways, as we've seen, are hard as a rock. They don't hold the ball. They're almost like the side of some of these greens that we have around here. I think off the tee, you have to put the ball in the right position. I don't think we're going to see a lot of big drivers of the ball doing well. They're going to be hitting it past all these spots where you're supposed to land it. It's going to roll out into the rough, and that's not where you want to be. A lot of these spots around the greens have like calf deep fescue around some of the bunkers. So I mean, some guys might even get lost in those things. I don't know.
But one of them gallery drops.
Yeah,
reminds me when we play Callaway.
Oh. You definitely don't want to get yourself in one of those spots. So I think landing the ball in the right spot, having a good short game to get yourself around the greens, and getting yourself in the right spot on the greens, I think that's going to be a key factor. And my guy's got it all. I think he's going to be able to do it.
So what you're saying is you need someone off the tee that can hit a 2-iron really well instead of a driver. And Woodland is known for his 2-iron off the tee.
I like that.
So
I like
that's
I like
my guy.
Idea.
I like it. He's experienced. I don't think Brooks is in there mentally. He just wants to make people laugh and goof off and be like, live, yada, yada, yada. Forget him. He's a clown. Give me Gary. It's funny nobody picked Rory either.
I'll be drinking my iced coffee Monday morning. Joni appreciated it the other day.
I'm about to get my money back. Don't forget, right now we have a giveaway going on too. If you're watching, or tomorrow, you can until Wednesday evening or night, make your pick to who you think is going to win. If you get it correct, there's a whole bundle of stuff you're going to win. And if more than one people pick that winner, we're going to put y'all's names in a drawing and like randomize it, and that's who will decide. So go on our Instagram or Facebook, leave a comment of who you think is going to win the 123rd U.S. Open, and win you some stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm all about.
I love them.
Before we get off the U.S. Open thing, I want to talk about that the 11th hole, the par 3, that's 290 yards.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
I mean, are we all going driver, or are we just laying up?
Open.
Yeah, I agree with Zach, and I'm going driver. Sending that thing. I'm not going to reach it. My driver's still my layup.
Yeah. No, I understand that.
I think that's one of the big problems with the U.S. Open to me is they try to make it so tough that nobody even's excited to play.
Yeah. Something I read about that hole specifically was when the club members play that hole, there's an option to play it as a par 4 if the tees are back that far.
That's what it needs to be. But that long, I mean, not for them, I guess. It's probably a 3-wood for them.
Yeah.
Did y'all see? I thought I saw it today. Hole 7's a par 3 as well. It's 284.
Yeah.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
There's multiple ones like
driver and a wedge.
There's also a par 3 on the back. I think it's like maybe the 16th or 17th that I heard. There will be one day this weekend that they put the pin on the front, and it'll be about 75 yards.
Jeez. Oh, wait, for what hole's that?
It's either 16 or 17. I can't remember.
Oh, I was going to ask. I wonder how short hole 11 can play up to.
Yeah.
Or if they're always going to keep it at 290. But to Zach's point, I think, like you said, that's what they take pride in. For instance, Bethpage Black is kind of known for being, that's how it got popular, U.S. Open course. But they said, Bethpage Black has that sign that says, warning, this course is extremely hard. We only recommend for high skill levels. And I think that's what they're like, oh yeah, that's the kind of course we want to take this to. They just try to make it like that for no reason.
Yeah.
Like
They're
the
trying to
video
keep
Mitch
those
sent
scores
us
low.
today of the fairway where you drop the ball and it instantly runs away.
Yeah, they're like, what in the world? Like, how do you even hold that fairway?
You don't. You're in the
Charlie
rough, and
said
that's what they want it to be.
the par threes are absolutely unfair. We agree with you. What's crazy too is like when we watch back our videos of the scramble par threes, like Kelly, if you listen to this, that's where you're gonna whoop our tail because we already are terrible at par threes. And I wonder if PGA Tour players, if like par threes are, something they struggle with, they're kind of like licking their lips at them because they know they can hit it within 20 feet, 10 feet, depending on the yardage.
Yeah, there's
I
no
think
way
they
I'd have
just
that
try to
much
get
faith.
par and move on. If they get
You
it
think-
close, they're okay, but they shoot for par on par threes.
What do you think? A 290-yard par three? Are they just trying to hit it within 50 feet and two putt out there with the par? Do you think we'll see any really tight shots?
No.
And
Ah,
what club do you
yeah.
think they're gonna be swinging?
3 wood.
Think so?
Yeah, 3 woods
I
and
think so.
maybe 7
3
woods.
or a long hybrid.
I was gonna say,
Maybe
who
a
was it?
2-iron.
One of the caddies on the foreplay today was talking about their player has a 7 wood in the bag.
Yeah.
So they may pull. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be woods though. Nobody's hitting an iron. I don't think. Now Bryson
What
may get out there and be like, watch me hit this 2-iron.
What about Tommy Fleetwood's mini driver that he's got in the bag?
I'm fascinated. Somebody shared something about it the other day that I think it's foreplay. How many PGA Tour players have that in their bag that we don't know about?
Yeah, it's popular.
They have a what?
The club you almost bought or you did buy and you sent it back, that mini driver.
Oh yeah, that was surprising to me watching Tommy with it, and it's driver or mini. I'm like, what do you? Because you need longer than the iron off 18.
Are they using the mini driver as a 3-wood, or is
wood.
it in the bag as a driver?
I think it's got to be 3 wood. Probably.
Yeah, I do
might just
too.
have more control over it.
Bigger face. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's slightly bigger
talk-
than a 3-wood face.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
tried to
'cause
talk
it's
Zach
like-
into buying it.
He did buy it. It came to his house.
I bought it. Yeah, it came in.
Oh man,
He
I
looked
was like,
at
I
it-
thought you
Oh,
just
let me get
canceled the
these
order.
lessons, and then my driver's worked since. I got real lessons.
So
Okay.
did you took it out of the box and looked at it?
Mm-hmm.
Is the head, a 3-wood head's kind of like that? Was the mini driver head, as tall as a driver, just shorter, like smaller face?
Not as tall as the driver. So it's standard driver's 460 cc's. This is 360.
Uh-huh.
And I
So
think a
not-
3-wood's 300.
So if you held it down and looked at it, would
It
it
looks like a driver.
okay, but so you don't get the confidence of like balls in the fairway and you're 3-wood, you're like, I can hit this. But if you pull a driver out and you're like, oh, this looks like it's not gonna make good contact. If you put the mini
Yeah.
driver down, are you thinking 3-wood or driver? Like looking at it.
I think it looked like a driver.
Oh, see, I wonder if they're gonna use it as 3-wood then, or if they just really got it in the bag for this course, maybe. Less distance, like Brady said, not to be so long.
Yeah,
We'll find
I think
out.
that's
I'm
Yeah, I
interested.
think that's going to be one of the biggest keys to the winner. I think they're going to be able to have to land it in those spots that are going to benefit more than just like bombing and gouging like we see at a lot of these U.S. Opens, like what Bryson did at Wingfoot.
Mhm.
I think it's going to be a little more strategic. I heard some stuff today that a lot of the guys spent more time on the greens just trying to figure out like where to land the ball for specific pins. Like they spent more than like 4 or 5 minutes just standing on the green trying to strategize.
They
That's
said
the other part. And they try to make them hard. Just make them as fast as possible. And
Oh yeah.
that's it.
Charlie said as a 26 handicap, par threes longer than 160 are no fun for him. Charlie, as a 17, 16, and a 10 handicap, par threes longer than 160 are no fun for us either.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that's how I was telling Jeremy the other day, because we were talking about yardages, and I was like, if I look at a scorecard and the par threes are like 155 and up, that's not my yardage. If it's like
Yeah.
150 and down, that's where I need to be playing from.
The course we played, Bull Creek West, that was the first time I played it Friday, and I was very surprised at some of the yardages for the white tees because I was expecting around that 6,100, 6,200 yard mark, and we were closer to like 65 from the white
Mhm.
tees. And the shortest the shortest par three that we played was like 162 or something like that, and the rest of them were very, very long.
Do you think? Do you think if you went and played 18 holes, you took out the par threes, and there's 4 par 3s on the course. They were two more par fives and 2 more par fours. You would shoot closer to even par, whatever that would come out to. Do you think the par threes hurt us that much?
I do.
You think so?
Yeah,
I think it
because a lot
depends
of
on the
times we just
yardage.
miss. If you're not up, it's often a problem area.
Yeah, there's no room for error on par threes. That's the par five. You can get out there with a par bogey. I think par three, if I'm not up on the green, I'm almost going to bogey or double bogey it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that'd be interesting to know, to do a little experiment. Like if we went out to a point and you skip the par threes, but just played a par four, par five again in its place and added up those strokes and see if you shoot closer to whatever that number would come out to than with par threes. So do you think, this can be a drop zone question, do you think golf courses should stay the way they are with 2 par 5s, 2 par 3s, 4 par 4s, or how would you like to see a 9-hole made up?
That's an interesting question. I haven't
I,
thought
Give
about
me an
that.
extra par five.
I need more par 5s.
I feel like you
Yeah.
can make 2 mistakes on a par 5 and still escape with a par. You can go
I,
OB and you still have a chance
I would
with a
want
par.
I would want 1 par 3. Give me you can keep the 4 par 4s and then give me 4 par 5s too.
Yeah, I'm with
That'd
it.
be that'd be a great 9 holes for me.
I
And the
still,
par 3 be like 17 at point and just straight, not much
Yes.
trouble around it. If you
Yes.
miss, you can recover.
I might be on the opposite side of this because
Oh yeah.
I enjoy the par threes just because those are the most, I feel like, the most scenic holes on a golf course. Sometimes they're definitely the more popular holes, like with
Well,
TPC
one
Sawgrass
one per
17.
9 is enough to be scenic. Not
I
every hole
mean,
can be a
yeah,
postcard hole.
yeah, you got a point because there's only one on the course that's gonna be that scenic course or that scenic
There you
hole.
go. We
But
play Purcell, the front 9. You just got
yeah,
hole 5.
Hole
yeah.
5.
All you need.
Sometimes I feel like though, like when I get a comfortable 9-iron in my hand, that was a quote from a Tiger Woods shot. He's got a comfortable 9-iron in his
Oh
hand.
yeah.
But whenever I get that like feeling of like, okay, I got 138 to this pin. All I gotta do is swing an easy 9-iron. I'm gonna stick it right up there, and like I just feel like that motivates me a little more than like stepping up to a par 4, thinking about, all right, I got to hit a crispy drive right down the middle of the fairway, and then hope that I've got like less than an 8-iron in.
What if it's a par 5, though?
It depends on
You
if I
can-
can reach
you
it, I
can-
guess.
I'll say you can top a drive on a par 5, and if it rolls forward,
Oh yeah.
you're still hunting par.
I just
Yeah.
think if you took for 9 holes, 4 par 5s, 4 par 4s, and 1 par 3, it'd come out to a par 39. I would shoot closer to par through those 9 holes than I will if I go to a 9 right now and the par is 36 and you got par 3s in there. And I think it's just going to be because of those par 5s. That's going to make the difference maker, having more of those. They should have
Yeah.
golf courses. I think that's one of the things maybe we should talk to Augustine about, which he's kind of working on. Every course, the game's growing and stuff, but every course is always the same. What if they made it different pars instead of always par 72, 71, 70, but you had here's a par 77 course and it's only got 1 par 3.
Yeah, that was basically his idea, right? The butterfly effect thing. He was talking about how it would be split up between 6 holes. I don't know, like the stroke or the hole count wise, what
Yeah.
it's playing the par, but I think he was kind of hinting that might be in there.
I hope so. We need to play that if it does.
Mexico Beach, we going next year.
Let's go. This year, though, we ain't talked about today. The boys are headed to North Carolina. We're excited. We're going to be doing 4 rounds of golf, ending with Tobacco Road. It's going to be, and we're filming the whole thing. So tons of videos coming from that. We may be, by the time we get to Tobacco Road, we may look beat up, worn out, hurting, but the vibes are going to be high, boys.
Winning. Trying
Yeah.
not to see no more golf courses.
Vibes are going to be high, boys. We got to keep them up the whole time.
Man.
So with that, I think y'all got anything?
I'm excited
No.
for it. I just got my I think all of us have the TSA pre-check now, except Jeremy.
Has Jeremy done his?
No.
Nope.
I told him. I said you better get it. Oh, he's got his appointment. It's like June something.
Yeah, I'm
they
already
got me,
approved.
got me out.
I mean,
They put
last
that-
time y'all seen, I walked straight through, and then y'all had to wait.
I know you were in the lounge just waiting on us.
Mm-hmm.
They
I'm,
put that
I hope
big
the flight hasn't
monitor
moved
up in front of
anymore.
my
I might
face.
have to get
I
off
was,
work early at this point.
You said the monitor in your face?
oh yeah, the big thing with the camera. It was like a big iPad or whatever.
Oh,
and
yeah,
they,
yeah.
They put
And
it
they
up
held
in
it
my
up.
face. Did the facial recognition? I was like, oh, they're gonna know who I am in the airport before I even walk in the door.
I know. That's why I don't want to say anything on this podcast to get me off the TSA pre-check.
Exactly.
Does Delta
Talking a little more about
on the?
Liv.
No, I ain't talking about them. On the flight there, Zach, I'm sitting front row. Is there a screen for me to look at?
It's
I just
small
thought
and it's far away from your seat.
But there is
I
one.
never sit in the
Oh, you
front
got-
row in any section because
you got
it's got
kicked
that
out.
Yeah, I got moved over.
bulkhead, just that big gray wall, and then you got
Oh,
your
yeah.
tiny TV.
But it's only an hour flight though, so I'm not that. By the time we get up to cruising level, they're gonna be like, "Buckle up, we're going down," and we're
Yep.
gonna be coming back down. But I was sitting beside Brady, and then I got booted out.
You trash.
I'm bringing my
Oh, wait.
service dogs.
What seat were you, Brady? Because I think it just came back up. We're gonna talk about this all thing. I'll text
Yeah.
you. Well, thanks for checking it out. We got a new video out right now you can watch, and you can go check that on our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. New videos coming out almost every week. Going to play Kelly Saturday. Wish us luck.